In August 2007, Shelly Miscavige, the so-called First Lady of Scientology and wife of David Miscavige, the religion's leader, attended her father's funeral. Then, she mysteriously vanished.
I don't understand some of the people that say, well, she's probably okay. I mean, how do we know? We don't know. It's incredible that this is going on in the United States right now.
To date, what exactly happened to Shelly Miscavige remains unknown. Though rumors abound that she was sent to one of the organization's secretive camps, Scientology spokespeople insist that their leader's wife is merely living out of the public eye. The Los Angeles police, called to look into her disappearance, also concluded that no investigation was necessary. Yet, Shelly Miscavige's continued absence has continued to raise questions. Her disappearance has triggered an examination of her life, her marriage to David Miscavige, and the inner workings of Scientology itself.
Scientology remains an organization mired in controversy.
There is much we don't know about this famously powerful, wealthy, and secretive institution. Allegations of misuse of power and physical harassment.
Born Michelle Diane Barnett on January 18, 1961, Shelly Miscavige's life was intertwined with Scientology from the beginning. Her parents were ardent adherents of Scientology who left Miscavige and her sister in Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard's care.
Well, they're really in Scientology. They will belong to a group and so on. They will get auditing. Their IQ goes up. Their abilities increase. They're more capable in handling their lives.
In that capacity, Miscavige spent most of her childhood aboard Hubbard's ship, the Apollo. Starting at the age of 12, Miscavige worked within a subset of Hubbard's Sea Org membership, called the Commodore's Messengers Organization. She and other teenage girls helped take care of Hubbard, the Commodore himself. One of Miscavige's shipmates remembered her as a sweet, innocent thing thrown into chaos. Others recall that Miscavige never quite fit in with the other girls. Janice Grady, a former Scientologist who knew Shelly since childhood, stated that Shelly was not one to step out of line and that she was always kind of in the background. Grady goes on to say that Shelly was very loyal to Hubbard, but that she was not experienced enough or had enough street smarts about her to make her own decisions.
Shelly was considered a messenger in training because that's what she came to do, but as that, she gets assigned different jobs around the ship.
Regardless of her abilities, Shelly soon found a partner who believed in Scientology as much as she did, the volatile and passionate David Miscavige, whom she married in 1982. But as David rose in power, eventually coming to lead the organization, Shelly Miscavige found herself in danger, according to former Scientology members. Claire Headley, an ex-Scientologist, stated that the closer to David Miscavige you get, the harder you're going to fall, and that it's just a matter of when.
Whatever you have heard, if you haven't heard it from us, I can assure you, we are not what you expect.
By the 1980s, Shelly Miscavige's loyalty to Scientology seemed unshakable. When her mother died of suicide after joining a Scientology splinter group that her husband despised, Miscavige allegedly said, "Well, good riddance." Meanwhile, her husband David had ascended to the pinnacle of the organization, as after the death of Hubbard in 1986, he became Scientology's leader, with Shelly at his side.
At 2000 hours Friday, the 24th of January, AD 36, L. Ron Hubbard discarded the body he had used in this lifetime for 74 years, 10 months, and 11 days.
As Scientology's First Lady, Shelly Miscavige took on many duties. She worked with her husband, completing tasks for him and helping to dull his temper when he raged at other members.
Did David Miscavige ever beat you?
Many times.
However, some say that David and Shelly Miscavige had an odd, affectionless marriage. Former Scientology members reported that they never saw the couple kiss or hug, and in 2006, they claim Miscavige fatefully crossed her husband for the last time.
Is he an evil man?
Yes.
According to former Scientology insiders, Shelly started working on a project in late 2006 that would prove her undoing. She restructured the Sea Org's organizational board, which many had already failed to revise to David's satisfaction. After that, the First Lady of Scientology seemed to suffer an alarming fall from grace. Shelly Miscavige attended her father's funeral in August 2007 and then vanished entirely from the public eye. As the years passed, some began to grow concerned about the whereabouts of David Miscavige's wife. When she failed to attend Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' wedding at the end of 2006, then member Leah Remini asked people why Shelly was not in attendance.
And I'm like, hey, where's Shelly? And all of a sudden everybody walks away. And I was like, hey, oh, come.
No one knew. Several media outlets, however, have speculated that Shelly Miscavige is being held at a secretive Scientology compound called Twin Peaks. There, she may be undergoing investigations, which include confessions, repentance, and submission. She may be held there at the order of her husband, or she may have chosen to stay.
I see Miscavige as being a classic sociopath.
Either way, Shelly Miscavige has disappeared from the public eye, and some former members like Remini, who left Scientology in 2013, have been determined to find out what exactly happened to her.
I mean, that's why I filed a police report.
According to Remini, she filed a missing persons report on Shelly's behalf shortly after she left Scientology in July 2013. But Los Angeles Police Department Detective Gus Villanueva told reporters that the LAPD has classified the report as unfounded, indicating that Shelly is not missing.
It's just, no, you're not getting any answers. We don't have to answer you. Shelly is fine, and she's alive and well.
He also stated that detectives had met with David Miscavige's wife in person, though he couldn't say where or when. But even if police had met with Shelly, some former members say that she would not have been able to speak out in her own defense. Scientology spokespeople have also insisted that nothing is wrong and stated that Shelly is not a public figure and that her privacy should be respected. And with regards to Remini's missing persons report, Scientology officials added that it was nothing more than a publicity stunt for Leah Remini, cooked up with unemployed anti-zealots.
That is utterly, completely, totally ridiculous.
As such, the mystery of David Miscavige's wife Shelly Miscavige's location continues. Is she being held against her will in a secretive compound? Or has she decided to merely step out of public life for her own personal reasons? Given the secrecy of Scientologists, the world may never know for certain.
She has no hope whatever of ever getting into good graces if they were going free. None.